Hit the record
that button down the bottom that says
okay,
record. It's recording now.
Hey, it's a little hot out here. I might get to go in the house early.
Nah, look, I just came back from walking the dog and it was out there jump sweating.
That's another thing. When I ride today, I ain't sweat so much in my motherfucking life. Boy, I drank so much water.
The humidity out there, man.
Ooh, that thing was real, boy. That was some real shit there.
It's that different type of sweat, man. It's the you exerting energy sweat versus it's just being hot and you sweating and shit.
All right, we live, baby, on Facebook. We on Facebook Live, y'all. Everybody go ahead and share that thing. Do your little watch party.
Wait a minute. So, wait a minute. Time out. So, who's watching the Some Wildcats page?
That's Keith's job to do that. That's Keith.
I'm just starting my watch party. I ain't had that responsibility since Ozarks.
It says recording, so you got to record that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we live on Facebook.
Okay, yeah, we here. What's up, Facebook family? What's the deal? All right, let me share this shit real quick. Give me 1 second.
I'm about to take my ass in the house. It's hot out here. Damn.
But look, I started my watch party, but it still got me on the regular Some Wildcats page. It didn't take me to my watch party like it usually do.
Oh, for real?
Nah, I don't know why. Oh, now it's doing. Yeah, it just did it now. And then Glenn and Ant dip out as soon as we get started.
Wow. They do it every time. We've been here Facebook family for the last 20 minutes, you know? Just sitting here talking, you know? But as soon as we go live and come to y'all live, they get up and leave.
Where's Al? Al not good no?
Janet Jackson back.
Al not gonna make the show today.
There you go, Janet Jackson back. Put the control headphones on.
We live, baby. We live, baby.
All right, I got mine going. We waiting on Anthony. He went inside. It was too hot out there for that day.
Cuzzo, what's good, Cuzzo?
Had to be the real AC.
That dude took it inside too.
Yeah, starting to get that under titty sweat.
You was about to be like B Cups bags and be sweaty. Teddy boy Tony.
He trying to correct that. He working out now.
Yeah, he been working out.
Like
He been getting it in.
Oh,
He been getting it in. Yeah, he been getting it in.
He got a long way to go though.
Man,
he getting it in, man.
Man, encourage that dude, man.
What you saying? We all see him working out at.
Well,
Work is good work.
He don't encourage nobody. Why should we encourage him?
Because you got to be better than him sometimes.
Hey, man.
No.
Hey man, all work is good work, man. He getting it in.
Bags
He been putting it on his IG.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, he been
But he
putting
probably
it on
blocked
his IG
you.
story.
He probably blocked you, Craig.
That dude, he probably did because I haven't seen him on IG at all.
Nah, look, he say he forgot the password.
This dude, boy, this dude. So he need to come out and get on the bikes with us. He faking. All right,
He ain't doing that.
He ain't going.
Yeah, he said that.
Hey, Black, I ran into Marcus today.
Marcus who?
Johnson.
No, Teresa's, we hang with little Teresa. Gabriel.
Marcus Gabriel.
Yeah, he trying to get out there with us too, but man, he said he only at the 5 mile mark, so he getting out. He's gonna try to get his up and try to get his stamina, his distance up.
Right, man, he just the same thing with Greg. Then when they came out,
Yeah.
they just go at their own pace, man. We ain't racing.
But you notice Greg ain't been back out.
Now Greg said he
Go
pulled
at their own
something.
pace. We ain't racing.
Said he pulled something. He rode this morning. He put something up.
Yeah, he say he got something in this morning.
All right, so y'all ready? All right, so we are back at it. It's that podcast that's so damn good. Only some Wildcats can do it. And I am Craig Black, coming to you live from the Zoom verse. And always, I got my family in the building. I got my man Glenn, a.k.a. G, a.k.a. he spells his name with like 5 or 6 or 7 N's. What's up, Glenn?
What's up? I'm about to be the new Black man, but on this sun, man, I'm darker than you.
He blacker than me.
Yeah,
That's
you
his nickname now. Blacker than me. That's his nickname. All right. Also in the building, we got my man Keith, aka Cat Daddy Keith, aka Keith the Freak, aka Coach Keith. What's up, Keith?
What's up, Black?
All right. Also in the building, we got my man Anthony, aka the agent asshole, aka the old man. What's up, Ant?
What's up, Ryder?
And he done threw you off with taking the controls over. He done threw you
Yeah.
off.
I'm like, what the hell he doing? I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing over there?
You ain't see it? It was all over his face.
Also, last but not least, we got my man Derek in the building, aka the Waller, aka the sponsor, aka he pays all the bills, but we ain't got none. What's up, Derek?
What's up, Black? What's happening?
All right, man. So let's break it down for the people. This podcast is about us and our friendship over the last 35, 40, 45, 50 plus years. And it's about the topics we want to cover because we don't give a goddamn about what you think. It's all about what we think. You be out. Okay. This show is straight up unscripted. We ain't got no topics. We ain't got nothing. We just gonna talk some good old stuff. All right. And I'm gonna put it out there. Okay. COVID-19 has disrupted everybody's lives. I mean, we done canceled school, college, elementary, high school, everything. Everybody's home learning, and you can't. No clubs are open. Restaurants are social distancing right now. They've lightened up a little bit, but I think they need to lock it back down on the restaurant side of things because we're in wave 2 of this COVID-19. So myself, I had some big plans on May 20th of 2020, which were canceled. I was gonna get married. Yeah, I was gonna, do my thing. I'm still getting married. It's not canceled. We just moved. Let me put that out there to make sure I don't get myself in trouble. Still getting married, okay? We just pushed the date. We pushed the date back a little bit, okay? So my new date is sometime in November. Everybody don't need to know exactly when in November. Nah, you ain't invited. Some of y'all niggas ain't. No. So, but so we were just talking offline. So, fellas, everybody in this room right now is married. So I need some help. I need some assistance from my brothers to let me know what I should expect or how should I carry myself after I say I do. What can I expect from this? This is I'm put the legal out there. This is my second time being married, but the first time was just to test bullshit run. Okay. All right. First time doesn't count.
I gave him advice the first time and he ain't listen. So why should I give him some advice now?
Hey, look, while you was saying that, you was sounding like that broad that's done had 7 kids talking about she about to have a baby shower. You got everything. You got everything you need.
So help me out, fellas. Let me know what so to make the adjustments for this perfect woman that I have, so give me some advice. Help me out. Who wants to start?
I'll start this. I'll start it out.
You start it out?
The nugget that I'm going to give you is whatever you want in your marriage, whether it's quality time, whether it's sex, whether it's communication, you better put it out there now before you get married. If you say, you know what, baby, I want you to be my, exercise with me, work out with me and stuff, you better put it out there now and let her agree to it or not. If you want sex at least once or twice a week, you better put it out there now.
Yeah, because that's gonna change when you get married. So you can put it out there in the atmosphere all you want to.
So it's gonna increase. It's gonna increase, right? It's gonna
but
increase,
again, right? No. But I don't know if it's gonna increase and stuff. But keep in mind also
the first 6 months, the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, but you want to also, whatever she wants, whatever her expectations is, she wants to also communicate that as well and stuff. But whatever you want, because once you say I do, you got. So if whatever you want, whatever your expectations are, if you expect her not to wash dishes, not to clean your house, if you want her out there cutting grass, you better put it out there now. Talk about everything in that. Put it out there now and stuff. Because you wait until you get married.
I see the cutting grass. I see the cutting grass part sometimes by other folks, but that ain't never happened over here.
No, but some people make the comment of, some things are just an unwritten rule and stuff. You guys were reared and grew up in separate households. So the things that are unspoken and unsaid in her house may not necessarily be in the household that you came up in and stuff. So whatever you want, you better put it out there. If you, she might be saying, well, damn, my mom ain't never paid a mortgage or pay the rent, ever. So my expectation is that, that my boo thing is going to do it.
Oh, wow.
I'm serious.
He's right. He's serious. I've heard that.
It might be a thing where her
that shit ain't from back in the day. This is now. This is 20th century.
But you got to put it out there. It might be a thing where like her dad went with her mom to the grocery store, but your mom just went to the grocery store by herself and stuff. So she might be looking for you to go to the grocery store, just to carry bags or whatever. And you like, well, damn, I ain't never going to no damn grocery store. So whatever you want, you better put it out there now. If you want sex, you better put it out there now.
You see, you keep bringing up sex, and I want you to understand that.
No, don't speak for
me.
That's the easiest example that I can give.
And look, you ain't good with writing stuff down. I think you better put some notes. You better put some notes down right here. You better get your pad out today. Take this notebook and take your notebook down.
Man. I'm recording this. I got this on. This is on video, so I'm gonna come back and watch this show 100 times, man. Probably 5 years from now, I'm gonna come back and watch this show and be like, motherfucker.
Like we told you.
Yeah, because Craig, they say you like walking around in your leopard print Speedos. You better let her know. Don't just whip it out on her the day after you married. It shouldn't be like Shazam, and then expecting to be tripping because she get upset about it and stuff. So
yeah, consistency is everything. What you do now, you can't just switch it up later.
Yeah.
But I think just to piggyback a little bit off of what you said, I think he got to be a little bit flexible. Like, some stuff that you may be used to doing, it's got to be a little bit of give and take. So, if you was used to partying 3-4 nights a week, if she deemed that disrespectful, you got to change that up a little bit. You got maybe knock it down to once a week, twice a week. But, whatever it is, I always say I like peace and quiet instead of dead silence. So, whatever's gonna keep that even kill across the board, that's what you want. That's the way you gotta do it. And it may not be always the way you feel sometimes. And a lot of times I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm not doing that. You gotta give and take a little bit. You gotta bend a little bit.
Yeah, but don't surprise whatever you don't want to do. Don't surprise her with that shit.
Yeah, Craig. Yeah. I just gotta from my uncle Richard Scott. He's a pastor. He said you gotta work at it. That's all. That's the most important thing. You got to work at it. It doesn't. Everything that you want that comes out. It doesn't come easy. You know what I'm saying? It have to work hard at it. You have to continue to work at it. Continue to communicate. Continue to inspire each other. You know what I'm saying? Because when you enter that relationship and that marriage relationship, everything comes to one. You know what I mean? So it's not like, what Craig want to do. It's what we want to do. And honestly, I get into a lot of problems with that because I might do things and, not so much consult my wife. I consult her, but it's about, yes, we making this decision, together, not just going out there and doing it. That's going to get you in a lot of trouble, in the long run if you just going out there and make a purchase, a large purchase or something like that.
Make a large purchase.
Large purchase. Yeah. You see that? Not go get a T-shirt. I'm saying, but that's the important thing because you might want to talk to your significant other and say, what is a dollar amount that we don't have any issues? You know what I'm saying? With me going to make a purchase.
He can never put out a dollar threshold. Craig just can't do that. Man, he got a dollar threshold in his head, but he can't do that.
Oh, man.
Those are all facts. That's all facts and stuff.
I'm telling you.
All facts.
Yeah.
Like an argument about money is really not about money. It's about the respect of the money. They have an opinion of what they put into it.
All right, it's a Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoom version. Right now, I'm getting advice from the fellas about how I should proceed into my marriage. I'm getting married real soon, and I'm letting my brothers give me some good advice. You know what? This is some good advice for you too, ladies. All y'all ladies out there listening, you need to listen to some of this too. This is some good stuff. So I got my man Big Fries hit me up. He says on my Facebook watch party, he says communication is the key, straight up. He also said before that, after you get married, they completely change. Now, is that a fact?
I wouldn't say completely.
Is that real?
I wouldn't say completely.
Nah, you just had goggles. You had love goggles on. That's what it is. Take them love goggles off, then it's like that's the real them.
Right. I mean, that's just like when you first dating, you putting your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? But see, you are in a different situation because you know what I'm saying? I can put it out there. You're living with your fiance, and it's different. It's different, you know, because you know you're living together. But I can tell you, even though y'all living together now, once you get married, things still will be different. You know what I'm saying? Even though you think, damn, we was doing this, we was doing that. Now we married. Now she is Miss Shields. You be like, she might say, no, I ain't doing that, or this is not gonna happen. You know, this is ain't gonna take place in our house.
And that's why you got. That's why you got to talk.
Will change.
That's why you got to talk.
It will
about
change,
it before,
even though y'all living together now. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, that's just reality.
And Fellaz was real serious about. I mean, he had a point about communication. Communication is everything.
All of us have gave him that. Everybody agree with that. You got 100%.
But hold on, I'm gonna say one thing about it's not about only communicating, it's how you communicate. You cannot drop bombs. You gotta you gotta slide stuff and your conversation gotta be, you know, you want some arguments you can win right away. You get that shut down. No, don't pull the trigger. Ease into it. And then when it gets out of hand, then drop the bomb. Never drop the bomb early, man. Even though you know you guys, it's like spades. You got that joker, you don't play the joker early. You don't.
All right.
I hear you, Glenn. They go back to what I was saying about being
but you know what? But then the other thing is, you know, Craig still ain't writing shit down. So
yeah, he ain't.
What are you talking about?
He gonna still go through trial and error. That's his problem. You know what I'm saying?
So that mean, hey, look, that mean the drink's just gonna be on him when he got to sit down and have this conversation with everybody. Drinks on you, because we done told you this already.
Hey, so right now, I'll be real with y'all. Everything is great because we do live together, and we've been living together for the last 4 to 5, almost 5 years now. So
that long?
Yeah, it's been that long. It's crazy. The time flies. You know, I didn't even realize it was that long. But it seems that, you know, we work well together. Even with when my son is here, it's like, you know, everything's real. It's in a better place than it was my first time around. First time around, it was a complete shell shock. It was a change because I won't blame the whole we didn't live together, but it was a lot of financial, and it was just two different personalities, and I didn't realize how different those personalities was until we said I do. And, you know, like Keith said, the honeymoon stage was great. The first 8 months was spectacular. But the end of that 8th month, boy, it was like somebody, you talk about dropping bombs, then it's like somebody came through that motherfucker and just started shooting up the whole household. That silence was real. I couldn't.
But Slim, this is what I say. Like right now, if you saying that it's going good and that you like the way that things are, then you just got to work to keep it that way. I mean, if it ain't broke, you know, it's just like anything else. If it ain't broke, you know, you don't need to fix it. You know, you continue to carry things the way that you're doing. Evidently, you know, she likes how you wash the dishes or take out the trash or whatever it is that you do. You got to do those little small things. And you know, I piggyback off my man. My man Ant always talk about them little emotional deposits, man. That shit go a long way.
You know what? And you got to get to a place, and you may be in that place already, but like, I'll use taking the trash out as an analogy. My wife liked taking the trash. She liked for me to take the trash out. And for the longest time, I'm like, man, fuck that, I'm not taking out the trash. I'll take that shit out when it got to get out, whatever, okay. So I went from not taking out the trash to, you know what, I'm going to take out the trash because I don't want to hear her mouth. And I went from that to, you know what, my baby liked for me to take out the trash, I'm going to take out the trash. But that comes after years of maturity. But again, had we talked about us taking out the trash or me taking out the trash before we got married, we wouldn't have encountered some of those issues or some of those problems. And again, just use that as a metaphor and stuff. And that's why I say it's important to identify what her expectations are and what your expectations are.
And to piggyback off of that, when she asks you to like take out the trash, she mean take out the trash at that moment. We get to the point where I'll take it out later. Cause you know, like me, I stay up late. So when he say take out the trash, I'm gonna take out 2 o'clock in the morning before I go to bed or something like that. You know what I mean? But if she's asking to do something, she like, I need you to do it right now. Cause I gotta clean out the refrigerator, blah, blah, blah. And we like, I'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a reaction standpoint.
But like you said, it comes on that delivery too. Just like your delivery, their delivery got to be the same way too. Because like, you know, if you tell me to do something, as soon as you get that last sentence out your mouth or that last word out your mouth, that I'm supposed to jump up and start running. No, you know, you talking in a way that's going to make me do it.
That's what they expect.
You got to communicate that.
Or if you, but like you said, if she comes back and she's saying, you know, can you take this out because I'm dumping the trash and there's going to be a whole bunch of food in here. I don't want the whole kitchen to smell like this. Then that's something different.
Yeah,
then you understand why, and then that makes you kind of move a little bit different. But if it's like, you need to do this right now, it's like, ho, Slim, you know, I'm not one of your kids, you know, and it could be vice versa, the way that we say stuff.
I don't agree. Say I'm not one of your kids. You have another problem.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So it's a matter of how you communicate it.
Hey, so so sometimes it's not even worth it to even buck it. Just to go ahead and take the damn.
No. Sometimes
pick your battles. You got to pick your battles.
Pick your battles, because everything ain't worth argument and shit.
Because what she think is 10, we think it's a 1. We like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's not even a big deal, but they think it's a big deal. So it's you know what I'm saying? It's the difference. You know what I mean? It's different.
But you know what? This go down, Craig. Peace and quiet, not dead silent.
Yeah, but you know, and it's kind of like what Glenn was saying. It was kind of like what Glenn was saying and stuff, man. A lot of times, the stuff that you guys may argue about isn't what you really arguing about.
Yeah.
And so you got to kind of figure, because again, you might be, you know, arguing about, you know, you're not taking out the trash, but you're not really talking about taking out the trash and shit. There's some other shit that you might have did, or it might be some other things that's on her mind or how she's feeling. So it's going to be important.
That's key.
And you know, again, if I had to do all over again, I would have worked on being a better communicator. Like, I would have designated time to communicate, whether we go on a walk, whether we go on a drive, whether we sit down or whatever, to say, you know what, we just going to talk. Because what happens is, and I know they about to say some shit about what I'm about to say. I know they are.
I'm like, Tracy don't want to talk. This nigga want to talk.
No, but the thing about it is, it's like, if 5 aspects, and again, y'all shut me up if I'm talking too much, but there's 5 aspects that need to be all in sync for a successful marriage: financial, spirituality, sex, communication, and whatever.
Sex again. Sex in that order.
Sex again. Not in that order. So if the spirituality is cool, that's great. If you guys are in sync, that's fine. But then sometimes that situation comes up where you guys aren't in sync with the sex and communication, and they have a direct correlation with one another, where the woman might be like, well, you know what, you're not talking to me, so I don't feel sexy, I don't want to have no sex. And the man like, well, I ain't getting no ass, so, you know, what's there to talk about? And so you got to be able to ready to break that cycle and stuff, man, because it just becomes a never-ending cycle and stuff, man.
And sometimes, and that's a big thing too. It's Anthony saying, it's like, you know, your significant or your wife might be discussing or talking about a topic, and sometimes we just have to listen, not so much to chime in and give our perspective, because she just venting. I'm telling you, I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony said, it might not be dealing with me. It might not be dealing with the kids. It might have something happened at work that she just talking about this topic, and I just need to get it off my chest. I just need you to listen and not respond. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes it gets to that point.
That could be vice versa too. I mean, it go both ways at times, and you just got to be able to recognize when that is, because there's going to be times that you're going to be the same way, even if it's just talking about us. Like, man, I don't know why Keith said such and such and such. And really, she may not even give a damn about what happened with us, but you just got to get it off your chest. Because, you know, if you said to me, then me and you going to have an issue. And so you just saying it when you get home to kind of get it out the way. Or even getting her opinion as like, well, how you think I need to tell him that? Or how you think I need to say it to him? And she can be like, man, I don't give that. Them your friends. You know, and so, you know, it go both ways, though.
Yeah, I can say with Jackie, she like, that's one thing that we talked about. And so we have a thing where she says, I just need to talk. And when she goes that, I know that's the
But
really?
Jackie, but Jackie put it out there. Some wives might not put it out there. Say I need to talk.
Yeah,
that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And some wives might communicate what they exactly want. Some wives might say, you should know. Which you know, that's but now, you know what I'm saying? It's like
that's a fun game to play, Craig.
Oh yeah,
you should know
that's
game.
real. That's real.
You should know. You should know what she wants for her birthday. You should know what she wants for Christmas. You should know what she wants for the special occasions for your anniversary. That's a fun game to play. You should know.
But that's communication on a two-way street right now. Then
that's what I said.
They gotta communicate that. I mean, it's no more you should know. It's communication.
That's not the way it is.
Craig, see, you're wrong right there. You're wrong right there, Craig.
Yeah, that's why people get caught up. They just, you should know, and that's what it is. It's like you can say it over and over and over again. Let me know what I need to do. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. It doesn't work that way.
This dead argument if we just communicate and you tell me.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It sounds nice.
I understand things like birthday. I understand birthday presents. I understand stuff. But if there's an issue going on, you need to communicate that so we can handle this issue.
It just depends on your wife. It depends on your wife.
I know what you did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what you did, so you should know. You know what I'm saying?
So Craig, so right now, is everything verbal now? Because it ain't gonna get verbal later.
Look, he's sweating.
We got the nervous.
Now, you know what? Its communication is real good right now, and I'm trying to really focus on the communication. That's something we really, you know, we have great communication, but I have to improve my listening skills. I know my weak point. My weak point is my listening skills. I need to improve that. I know if she had to say one thing about me, she says stuff, and sometimes, and I'm bad at that, I tune shit out, and I'm terrible with that. And I just, because I may be doing something else.
Did she talk to you good ear?
I need to improve on my listening skills and focus in. And I've been practicing. It's crazy. I've been practicing a lot. You know, I've been like, okay, you know, I'm here. I'm with you. I put the phone down. I close up the laptop. I'm like, I'm here. We talking. I'm listening to everything you saying right now. So,
but you still gotta be an active listener though, man. You can't just sit there and be like looking past her and shit with your phone down and your laptop closed and shit. And then she say something, she's waiting for some response, and you be like, "Huh? What you say?" So you got to be an active listener.
So Dave is watching right now. Dave said, "Good luck, Craig." And
but to piggyback off of that, sometimes you have to understand your wife. Like, for example, when my wife was getting her PhD, you know, they get overwhelmed with things. You know what I'm saying? They get overwhelmed. Like, my wife was working on her PhD. Our kids got all kinds of activities going on. You got work. You got she got to deal with the husband, and she got, you know, deal with certain things with her moms or whatever like that. And she get, you know, one little thing can trigger a communication argument, which we say is an argument, but it's just she's venting. And you have to know that she's overwhelmed. And I know that because you got to think, okay, she was at her mom's house today. She was working on the paper earlier. The kids doing this, working with her homework with that. And I asked her to do something, and it just kicked her over the edge. You have to realize that it says, "Oh, my wife is overwhelmed."
And it ain't even got to be as serious as a master's degree. I mean, it could just be something a deadline.
No. I said PhD, Keith. I said PhD.
Don't downgrade Miss Bailey.
No.
But my point is,
Dr. Bailey.
I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying is, it don't even have to be to that extent. It could be something.
Saying.
It could be something as something as small as a deadline that they got to meet at work, or something that's just been bothering them, and you know, we got to be able to recognize that right away. But I get what you're saying.
You know what? Podcast coming to you live from the Zoom. First, I'm reset real quick, and we're talking about. I'm getting advice from my brothers about marriage and to help me through, because pretty soon, coming up shortly, I'll be getting married. And I got to shout out Big Fries again. He said I was sweating from that ride today. Oh, you know what, dude? You wrong about that, dude. You wrong about that. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. We did 61 miles today riding with Big Fries and his crew out there. Sunday morning bike crew. We hit it up real hard. Also, shout out to my man Mark Collins, Tina Thompson, Richard Scott, everybody that's checked in on the watch party right now on Facebook. All right, so we can.
And then also on the Wildcats page, we actually have over 24 active listeners right now and stuff. So
okay, all right.
Love to have you guys.
Any questions? Any comments from anybody over there?
Shannon Morris says, treat your mate the same way you want to be treated. If you got a good one, they'll do the same.
True.
I agree
with that.
I agree
with that.
Okay. All right.
Now I got a comment from my man Hector. He said, I've been outside on the deck since 7:30 this morning with my fans smoking and music on, and my dog is sitting right here beside me, and I've had peace and quiet all day.
He's right. You have to have your room, your
that's his
deck,
time to
your
himself.
basement, somewhere it's just you. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality. Your wife be upstairs or in the bedroom. Sometimes you just like, I just need me. I just need to watch TV. I didn't need to, smoke a cigar. Some people they're doing the cigar things. You just need to wind down. You have to have your different outlets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That you have.
But you know what? It's interesting that you say that, because some of us more so than others are coming up on being an empty nester, and that's another facet of the marriage that you got to address. Like I've talked to some guys who they're in the midst of it, and then they try to kind of figure it out. And so, again, maybe we might have a segment or a show, Craig, where we have a marriage counselor to come on and tell us, like, at what point do you start preparing for, or is it something that you actually prepare for?
Yeah, you got to
just being an empty nester and stuff.
You got to prepare.
Also agree with what Boo was saying too, that you got to have your my time activities, but you also gotta have the we activities. That is a really, really important. And she has to have her my time thing. And when she's doing that my time, give her the space, do what she needs, support what she needs to do it.
And you have to balance it out, because like all of us on here, we pretty active. You know what I'm saying? We ride bikes, we play basketball, we do things, a lot of activities. Like my wife, she doesn't have a lot of hobbies. You know what I'm saying? If your wife's significant other don't have a lot of hobbies, she not, have a bunch of friends. Like we all friends. We got friends. So it may look like that I'm doing a lot of things outside, versus, what she want to do. So you have to communicate that with her. Like, you know what I mean? Just like Glenn said, have time with her, but her time with my wife time is good time with her is like, leave me alone in my bedroom to watch Good Times. She don't require a lot. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Just like, don't ask me to do anything. Don't ask me to cook. I'm just in the bedroom watching Good Times or Jeffersons, and I'm good. And that's just what she wants to do. You
tell kids, leave her alone. She's chilling. Mm-hmm. She in that moment. Real. What's up? What you need?
That's real. All right, this is some Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse, talking about marriage. So I'm gonna switch the gears a little bit. I appreciate all the advice, fellas, but and with everything y'all said, can y'all help dissect this Will and Jada and August Alsina saga?
Who can dissect that?
First of all, you don't know how much is truth and how much is real. How much is the truth? How much is?
I think she put the truth out there last week.
I put it out.
No, but you don't know. Like they say, they was already he was through with her before that.
That part I don't know. I don't know how true that was.
Exactly.
Obviously they was on the out. He said they were separated at that point. So if the kind of funny thing is the way Will looked and act. You know what I'm saying? It's like he might was like. He didn't know about some of the things, or the way you put it out there, or the way it's been.
Some of it definitely caught him off guard.
Yeah,
some
that's
of it
what
caught him off guard.
I don't know if it necessarily caught him off guard as much as
why we talking about this shit.
He just wanted to be. I just got the impression that he want everybody to be clear about it. So I don't think I couldn't imagine they sitting there. They probably had about 3 or 4 or 5 takes.
But Andrew, you know, even though it happened. We talked about it. We moved past it. But to bring this shit back in the light, in the public eye,
wait a minute,
bring it back up.
You said
they had to.
They ain't moved past it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it looks like the way he looked. It's like, damn, it's like I feel disrespected. You know what I'm saying? And even though
like Jada, you was sloppy.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, that's what it is.
It looked like he was like,
it was an ego
you
thing.
would never go through this.
Sure.
You would never gone through this with any girl I mess with. That's kind of his.
I know. He like, I'm a $20 million movie man, and you gonna have a relationship with a.
No, they didn't have. They had an entanglement.
Entanglement.
What the money got to do with anything, man? She wasn't. It wasn't about
what
the money to her.
Money, but listen, to mess up the relationship. When you talking about money,
her point of view. Speaking from a woman's point of view,
she wasn't. Listen, that's where you wrong right there. You can't talk from one point of view.
You doing that?
No,
come on now, going to Halle Berry and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? She just wanted to feel good for a second, so it didn't matter. It didn't have to be August Alsina. Some other dude who was there during that time was going to get some. It didn't have to be August Alsina. If it had been another guy that she had met, blah 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 blah, they was going to get some because she was kind of broken right then and there. Now,
we're not talking.
She needed to find herself.
And I think the thing that made it even worse was the fact that he was a friend of the son, and they were supposed to be looking out and helping this guy get through whatever little issues he had. And then you throw the whip wham on him.
Right. It almost looked like
and then you take it away from him. You give it to him, and then you take it away from him.
She took advantage of him.
Yeah.
You know
and then
what I'm saying? It's like,
then she take it away and want to go back home.
She put that B-more whipping on him. You know, man, messed them all up.
Yeah, look. Let me
tell y'all the reason I brought it back up is because August Alsina keeps saying it to me today. He dropped a diss track with him and Rick Ross today, and it's all over YouTube. So I don't know if y'all had a chance to hear it yet.
No.
I think Will and Jada
bringing it back up. What is factual in that? You know what I mean? Is it entertainment, or is it because of you dropping an album? What
no,
is?
But I think Will and Jada tried to dead it at the red table where they say, you know what, we're gonna try to get ahead of this as much as we can.
Yeah, sure.
But when she threw out that damn entanglement, it threw a whole new terminology, a whole new dictionary term that they need to add to the stuff, man. And
that was the name of the song.
And
the name of the song was called Entanglement.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
but look, from the time that Anthony sent it to me this morning till now, they're removing it off of YouTube.
Oh wow!
So like when I sent it to Craig, the link that I first sent it to Craig on had already been deleted, and they were saying it was like some kind of copyright infringement. So I had to go through and look for a different link to send them. And then by the time I sent you that link had now been.
That's what that choice.
It didn't take them no time to put that out there. No time.
Like you said, what's 200 million got to do anything? That's what got to do with it.
Yeah,
they did that shit like that.
They done bought the copyrights to that jump that quick and shut it down. You can't post it.
But damn, you got to think out of this whole situation. You got 2 hits potentially coming out of this, or 2 top 10, because that meme one that came out, that jump was hilarious. That jump got like a nice little
Marquise jump.
Yeah.
Suede the remix guy.
I don't know who did it, but that jump was catchy as I don't know.
Yeah, it was Suede the remix.
It's another meme out there with about Harlem Nights. That joint funny as hell.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about the wrong thing. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
About Harlem Nights and Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about another meme. My bad.
The other meme that was nasty though was they done put every character that she done been with in all her movies and say she belonged to the street. They even had Professor Clump in that jump from the Nutty Professor.
Oh damn!
Said she belonged to the street.
This is some Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. We just recapped Will and Jada and August Alsina this record. What the hell is Rick Ross jumped on the track for? It's all about money now. It's about money, marketing, and exposure right now. I'm not even mad at August Alsina. He hurt, so he gonna make some money off of his hurt and scorned. And
how's he hurt?
Because he ain't getting no more of that Baltimore bootay.
How's he hurt? He
because he ain't getting no more of that Baltimore bootay.
Oh man, that had to be over years ago. I mean, that's what he's just trying to get back in the limelight. He's trying to be, get back. He's trying to take advantage of it.
Was he ever in the limelight?
His first album. His first album. He was hot for a second.
His first
I
album.
didn't even know who he was.
That's because you didn't know who he was. He still was hot. Don't mean he wasn't hot.
His first album was Rob.
He wasn't hot in my household.
All right. So we're gonna switch gears again. We're going unscripted, and I don't really have anything to talk about right now because we're unscripted. It's like, you know.
Hey, but let's talk about that Victor Cruz interview he had with Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley and Cam Newton. Did y'all get a chance to see that?
Nah, can we at least see it first? Could you send it to
I
us?
sent it out there.
They said last night it was like an hour long. That's why I didn't get.
It was Terry Crews. It was Cruz. It was Cam Newton, OBJ, and it was
Todd Gurley.
It's like all these dudes, you know, are being disrespected for their talent, and they not, you know what I mean? Well,
because they didn't get a 99 on the Madden rating. Is that what
it wasn't about that. It was just
the mad rating.
They were talking more so about them going back to play the season, and the NFL really don't have. Yeah, the NFL really don't have nothing in place. Like the NBA had some guidelines in place where they putting them in the bubble and all that stuff. Baseball went through their back and forth about what they was going to do, and they said football really doesn't have those standards or those regulations in place yet. And they kind of winging it, but yet their season is getting ready to start. And they was like, Cam Newton said, out of all these sports, outside of maybe boxing or MMA, we share the most DNA. You know, with football, like exchanging the most DNA with them being that close. And then they was also talking about them wearing a face shield. And someone was like, you know, I don't know if I would even be able to breathe in it, and you know, not going into the season. So it was just a lot of question marks around them going into the season, and that's the owners, sound like they was ready.
That's the owners. That's Goodell, because they got tons and tons of money, and they could have had stuff in place 3 or 4 months ago. They could have had all those standards and all that.
Everybody is trying to figure it out. It's not something you can point to saying this will work. If you're trying to figure it out how to make it safe for the players, but they should have trying to figure it out. They should have been planning at the same time. You know, this may work, this may not work. I mean, I bet you we talked to Carl. They probably have been planning, but it's the more now they have to look at how is soccer working out? How is NBA going to work out once they get started? How is baseball? I mean, you have to take all those different sports and take what worked for them, how to make our situation better.
But what it sounds like, they're not communicating this to their players, and that's why their players are upset. In that interview,
it's hard to communicate it because you don't know. I mean, look at the schools don't know what they're doing as far as who's going back, if they're going to do that. The restaurants, some of the restaurants open back up. Then you got some states that went into different phases, and now they have to come back and retrack it. So you got scientists that haven't been able to figure the disease out right now.
So y'all just told me 20 minutes ago that communication is the goddamn key. So
that's
at
in your way.
At the end of the day, if you got these $1 million players going out there with this virus going on,
$1 million.
You got to be open book with them right now. You got to be open book and let them know that we're not doing this. This is where we're at. This is where we're going. This might not work. This may work. Be open book to your players right now.
They're having those meetings, but you don't have answers.
Right. I mean,
nobody has answers.
Same thing with basketball. They communicate. They put policy out. They have over 100-page policies. They're not going to sit there and read every word by word. That's on you. You have to sit there and dissect and summarize what the policies are. I'm pretty sure they have policies and procedures out there, or the direction they want to go in, and it's going to change. That's just reality.
It's just like everything else, Craig. All of this is fluid. So what you might have in place today could dramatically change tomorrow. All it takes in some cases is to get one positive case, and everything that you have in place goes out the window and stuff. So I think there's certainly more questions than they have answers. And I didn't see the interview, so I don't know what they're talking about and stuff, man. But I don't know how they expect them to have answers. The only thing they can say, this is what we got, like Keith said, this is what based on what we have today, this is what we're going to do, and this is what we're going to do tomorrow. If that change, we'll just move with it. stuff.
But that was
See, but that's what I mean about.
that was only a small part of the interview. I mean, that was
I
one part of
see
it.
this.
Most of the other stuff was being disrespected. So, like, as far as Cam Newton's perspective, he's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of teams passed over him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
a lot
but
of teams didn't want to sign him.
Cam is on some different stuff.
Anthony,
OJ,
you gotta look at the video before you respond. You have to look at the video before you respond.
You're right.
What he said,
So I'll
what he
hold my
said made sense. He
I'll
made
hold
a
my
lot of sense out of it.
He almost
ahead,
like
bro.
Jordan. He like Jordan and Kobe. He has a cut list. You know what I'm saying? Or teams that bypassed him, teams overlooked him. And he's like, and the quarterbacks are getting signed are nowhere near the talent that he has. You know what I'm saying? You know, quarterbacks that had injuries that's worse than my injuries that's getting signed. So he feel disrespected that nobody that New England was the only one willing to sign him.
Hey, I said that off the top when y'all told me how much he was getting. I was like, man, that's disrespectful for Cam.
It ain't about the money.
He said that it ain't about the money,
ain't
but
about
he
the
was
money.
saying like even having to explain it to his kids, are we going back to Charlotte? And he was like, no, we're not going back to Charlotte. But he was saying part of the reason why he thought a lot of them wasn't really picking him up was because he couldn't go there and actually take a physical, and he couldn't go in there for them to physically see him to say, oh yeah, he ready. This is the regular Cam that we can expect to see. He couldn't do that because of the whole COVID situation.
Yeah, but they was and North Carolina kind of, you know, messed them up because they waited so long to drop him as well. Yeah. And he said he didn't even know about it. He didn't want to leave. They kind of dropped that bomb on him after the fact. They disrespected him. He the franchise player, and then you got a quarterback coming in there, started winning 5 games or so, winning some games, and he thought, I'm gonna make a push for the playoffs. I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna hold myself back from coming back from the injury until we get close to the playoffs. So I'm 100%. And he said because he always, came back and played through injuries and played hurt. And he said and they said, oh yeah, we understand, but they started winning. The quarterback they started winning. So everything that he said, he started going to the facility, and it was like moving him out the way. It was like the focus was taken off of Cam, and the focus was on the other quarterback.
But the crazy part about it is the dude that was his backup, they let him go too. He's here. Right. He's the backup here in Washington.
I know.
So I think that whole thing with Rivera getting fired in the middle of the season, I think that whole organization was just trying to go in a different direction, and that included Cam too. Because the folks that was there, the coach that's there didn't have no ties to Cam.
But Cam is a different animal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if he's hurt, he's a different animal. I don't even understand how you couldn't even take a chance on that.
He was a season and a half away from the MVP.
Right. That's what I mean. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. That dude
it's blatant disrespect. That's
it is. And that's the same thing Todd Gurley was saying. That's the thing OBJ. They both feel disrespected.
Because like
OBJ,
the Rams,
I get Todd Gurley, but why is OBJ feeling disrespected?
Yeah,
because they saying he's not the same dude, but he's saying I'm not getting the ball. I'm not getting as much touches, and what and his off the his antics or his way he expresses himself or way he passionate about the game, way he act. But they say Tom Brady. He's passionate about the game, and he go off on the sideline do the same thing as well.
That dude's a diva, man. That dude's a diva.
Well, the thing about it is he's not going to get the ball as much down there in Cleveland because you got Jarvis Landry on the other side, who's just as talented as he is, and they got
and your quarterback suck. And your quarterback suck.
Well,
he's the number 1 overall pick,
and the head coach. Yeah, he still suck.
But that's
I get Todd Gurley too. Like the Rams ran him in the ground. They gave him, he probably had the most touches from scrimmage over the last 3 or 4 years. But they let him go down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
So now he back home and he gonna probably get off, and get back to. It's just gonna be interesting to see all of them playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, all of them.
See what they're gonna do to the league. And the only bad part about it is I don't want to. As much as I hate the Patriots, I'm a root for Cam to do well, but I can't stand the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Cam though. I don't care if they go to Super Bowl. Shoot, I mean it's like because I don't understand how they disrespected him like that. I mean, how can you not take a chance on that type of guy? You know what I mean? It's like,
the sweetest thing to see him is to see him get there. Because everybody keep making these bets on who gonna have a better record this year between Tom Brady and Belichick, but Belichick got that ace of spade over there now.
well, yeah, because before, you couldn't expect Patriots to do nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now it's a whole different ball game with Cam being there. I mean, we know what Tom Brady has. Tom Brady has monsters.
At the same time, he still need receivers, still need a running back. He still got no tight end.
But still, he got some. He got some.
They got Chubb.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is there.
Okay, who?
Chubb from Cleveland. Nick Chubb
from
Cleveland.
Yeah, but I'm talking about he came from Georgia.
I know he came from and stuff. He don't got weapons over there. So,
but you gotta utilize them. There's another thing you don't know before. Okay, you know Tom Brady's gonna pass, stay in the pocket. Now you got Cam. They're gonna have to do a whole new scheme to try to prevent him from throwing or running. It's going to be interesting. I'm saying this Tom Brady always
made it work.
Made people better.
Cam is a little bit more athletic. They can make it work too.
That's where it is going to be.
Hey, coming off of Facebook, my man Dial Williams, he said straight up, black quarterbacks don't get second chances.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And Caucasian quarterbacks, they get second, third chances.
Doug Williams got a second chance. He didn't start off with the skills before he
went.
He
got a second chance at Tampa Bay, but hold on.
Yeah, he went from Tampa Bay to the Skins.
Yeah, but
that
was
a second chance.
It was.
Well, how's that?
He started off in Tampa Bay.
He was getting numbers.
And they got picked up. Yeah, and they got picked
up.
But I mean,
they went away from Doug Williams. I mean,
he was everything. You mean the Skins or Tampa Bay?
He was everything at Tampa Bay.
So the Redskins was his second chance.
That's a second chance.
But I'm just saying, it ain't like he did bad. I mean, it ain't like he fell off and then he went to another team. Doug Williams he was playing in Tampa now. You know what I'm saying? He was putting up numbers at Tampa. He didn't fall off and then get a second chance to Redskins. Redskins picked him up because they saw how talented he was. It wasn't like he fell off or he got hurt.
But they picked him up to be a backup. To be honest, they picked him up for a backup.
He was out for a little bit. They went with Steve DeBerg or whoever it was.
Jay Schrader.
Yeah.
Jay Schrader.
And then you look at Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham was with Philadelphia, then got picked up by Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I get it. I hear you, Danielle.
It's on Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. And we're talking some football. We're talking sports in the midst of this COVID-19. I'm going to switch gears again, y'all, real quick. I'm going to get away from this, but I'm going to stay right with this because Glenn did put a subject out there. He said there's a vaccine for the COVID-19.
First stages.
In the first stages of trials.
I've heard it's in the clinical trials and stuff. So
yeah, I mean.
But question is, would y'all take the vaccine?
If it's proven to work, yeah, I'll take it.
Was it 45 people?
It was really small.
You need more. Yeah, you need more than a handful of people.
They said the clinical trials are supposed to be like 30,000.
Right, but I'm saying that the first case study was on just 45 people.
I know, but before they actually put it out there and market it and stuff and put it out there to the public and stuff, they said they're gonna have the clinical trials at 30,000.
Okay, then.
Where they gonna find
we
the
just have to see.
Yeah, when them 30,000 people gonna come.
Oh, they're fine.
That's what Craig asking is like, who gonna volunteer to do it?
Oh no, I'm not gonna be in that first 30,000. I'm keep wearing my mask. I'll wait.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give you about 6 months to see if you got any effects. Then maybe I'll jump in.
It's some glitches. You know what I'm saying? It's some underlying stuff they don't know about yet.
like the iPhone software updates.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah, don't get the beta version. Do not get the beta version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess we come together. Nobody's gonna take that vaccine until somebody else.
No.
Y'all can tell me about it.
Tell them first.
Craig, let me know how it is, man.
Yeah, the first 30,000, take that joint. All right, this is Wildcats podcast coming to you live from the Zoomverse. And fellas, I guess this is the point of the show everybody comes here for, right? It's time for the FIUU candidate of the week. And
I got another repeat candidate that I want to slide in. Did y'all hear Kanye? Did y'all hear what Kanye West said recently?
He said
about Harriet Tubman.
No, go right ahead. Go
Stop bringing him up. That's
I did not. I'm not making
that's
this
our
up.
problem. I didn't say make it up. I said stop bringing him up.
He said Harriet Tubman did not free the slaves. She took him to other slave owners to continue to make them slaves.
And where he get that? Where he get that information from? Where he get that?
That's Kanye. So
maybe he had a dream that he was back in 1860 something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
this is the same guy. This is the same guy that said that slavery was a choice.
Exactly.
So
he was up late watching the Harriet the movie.
Yeah, it was on HBO last night. That's what the problem. On HBO last night.
Well, I'm just saying, I know, and again, I can see the face that Craig making, how much he loves Yeezy and shit. So Craig, I know that's your man. I didn't mean to.
No, that dude is a distraction.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're right. One minute he want to try to run for presidency, then now he say he don't want to run. Then he say I'm not supporting Trump. You know what I'm saying? He all over the map. That's what happened when you have money. You could do whatever.
He ain't on his meds. The nigga's crazy. That's say what it is.
Yeah.
He a distraction, and he's just, I don't know, man.
It's our fault for bringing him up, Anthony.
I thought we had retired him. I thought we had retired him and 45.
All right, so I think we're going to give it to that dude, Tory Lanez. Even though Tory Lanez did his thing for us during this coronavirus, during the pandemic, with his live broadcast on IG.
He live, baby.
He set it all for us.
100,000.
This fool. We don't know what really happened, but
I don't know.
I think the Bama shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. I think
he shot it by accident.
You want to shoot a nigga in pinky toe?
Yeah. Now, that's that Harlem Nights meme I'm talking about.
Right, exactly.
Hey, they had another one with a midget jumping in a car trying to get away, talking about the Tory Lanez escape from the scene of the shooting.
Yeah, because that dude was so short. That dude was so short. So the Bama in a car, I guess with her, the girlfriend, and somehow the gun went off and she gets shot in the foot. So Tory Lanez, man, I don't understand it, man. What the hell are you doing, dude? What do you should get some lessons, man. You got money, go to the gun range, dude. Learn how to work your piece, man. Even if you did it by mistake, I don't think he shot on purpose. I think he was trying to really get at Megan.
Mistake.
But because she was defending him. She was trying not to let people know that she actually got shot in the foot. She didn't want nobody to know that happened. But with a gunshot wound, it's public immediately. She
probably wasn't nobody that happened, or her management with her contract. Probably that's why she probably was trying to hide it.
She can't hide it if she twerking to one side, leaning to one side, twerking to and lopsided while she twerking, man.
She twerking the Converse now.
Now she can't twerk no more, man. All right. So Tory Lanez and with honorable mention Kanye West. What school we gonna pick? Tory Lanez
music department.
Music department. All right. So his paperwork has been accepted and processed. So Tory Lanez, he is the FIUU candidate of the week. Y'all give it up for Tory Lanez one time. Okay. Yeah. All right. So into some more important news, we're gonna say RIP to John Lewis one time. Civil rights icon. Congressman, we lost him, 80 years old this week. Also, justice for Breonna Taylor. It'd be a great time right now to arrest her murderers, the guys that are actually those police officers that killed Breonna Taylor. It's serious, and we still want justice. That's all we want. Shout out and condolences to the family of Jordan Simons from the neighborhood, man. That's from the heart. We, rest in paradise, rest in power. All right, fellas, anybody got anything to say? No.
Communication is
the key.
It's the key.
Not dead silent.
Consistency.
It's the key.
Consistency. All right. So you can check out our podcast on your favorite podcast apps. So we are on SoundCloud, we're on iTunes, we're on iHeartMedia, Apple Podcasts, we're everywhere. All you gotta do is Google some Wildcats, and we're coming live to YouTube real soon. We're still coming to YouTube soon. All right. So that's it.
Like and subscribe.
We are out. We appreciate y'all checking us out. Until next time. Peace, peoples.
Peace.
And that was for Malik. So what's up? What's up with y'all?
We still live. We're
Yeah,
still live. We got a
Gotta stop
couple
the
of people.
recording on Zoom though.
Yeah, Shannon Morris. You want me to stop the recording, Craig?
On the Zoom jump.
Yeah, Craig. Yeah, but Craig,
Say
you
it
want me to
again?
stop it? You want me to stop the recording? On Zoom?
Yeah, you can stop recording there on the Zoom joint. Yeah.